Yeah. Oh man, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of the day it is. All right, man, let's get straight into it. So things are happening with the Xbox Scorpio. There's rumors flying all over that the Scorpio will be available at E3 to be played, and that there are 4K 60 games, and there are tons of them. Now, some of these rumors are running wild from unpractical to practical. So let's get into some of them and let's talk about them real fast. The first set of rumors I've been hearing, and there's speculation that 50 games will be available at 4K 60 when the Scorpio is released. Laughable to say the least, but possible. Doable, yes. Now, the thing is, right, the Scorpio is ahead of launch. It's supposed to be readily available, like playable right now, currently. At least that's what I'm being told. And if it's playable at E3 and they announce pre-orders before E3, I wouldn't be surprised if they went ahead and just released this thing like around E3 or right after E3. I don't see them waiting to November. Why wait till November? There's games that are coming out before November that they are marketing at 4K 60, like Shadow of War. So this is not adding up that this thing will come out in actually November. Pardon me. I need to get a little sip because I'm perched. So I don't know, man. I mean, Battlefront 2 is going to be 4K 60. This is one of the rumors. And I can't stress enough that they said native 4K. Red Dead Redemption 2 native 4K. I highly doubt that would be 60. I would think that would be 4K 30. That would be struggling to do 4K 60 on a beastly PC that would cost double the price of a console. So I don't know. Maybe it's doable. I mean, the rumors so far are so amazing that it's doable based off this alone. If you listen to what you hear, so they're claiming all of these games to be 4K 60. You know my stance on this. That's great for the gamer. If you can afford multiple platforms, it's great for you because that means that pushes Sony to do the same. So will it be 4K 60 on the Sony? I don't know if it'll be native 4K 60, but probably it'll do the upscale 4K 60. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. If this turns out being like last generation, where the new Xbox comes out and it kind of shits on the old PlayStation, we'll see. That's supposed to be the nature of this. That's how it's supposed to go. So that way now Sony has to go back in the lab and cook something up for you and give you something better. But the problem, of course, for the standard consumer is this all costs a lot of money to keep reiterating and rebuying the same stuff. So I'm kind of thinking it's anti-consumer to an extent. I mean, at the end of the day, the whole narrative for these consoles is, hey, if you can afford it, get it. If you can't afford it, don't get it. And I kind of don't like that because if somebody saves up a whole shitload of money to go buy your console, and there's tons of people that do that. I've been in that boat before. I can't say act like it's all good that I could just go out and buy any old console that I want because I can't. So, it's sad that you go out there, scrape up that change, get the console, and boom, a couple months later, there's another version coming out that has better stuff that should have been in that version. So this is the era we're in with the gaming. I don't know. I think it's good, but I also think that some of these same games are going to run the same specs on the Pro, even though the Pro is not as powerful. I know people think, oh, well, no. The Scorpio is way too powerful, so there's no way the Pro could do this. I think they'll manage some of these games at the same specs. I will see what happens. Battlefront, I wouldn't be surprised if it was 4K 60. They act like the Pro doesn't have any 4K 60 games, so we'll see what happens. I just think right now what Sony's doing is that they're waiting it out. They're playing dead pretty much like they do with Xbox. And then once Xbox shoots their load, they'll come right behind Xbox and go, hey, we got the same things. We got the same things, guys. We got the same things. All that power, but we got the same things. Sony likes to do that. So don't be surprised if they pull out the same rabbit out the hat that Xbox thinks they're pulling out. They probably got the same rabbit in the hat trick, and they're just waiting to reveal that to upstage Xbox like they always do. So we'll see what happens. Now, as far as the YouTube boycott ad, some people were talking about this off camera, or should I say off YouTube, and I figured I'd get my take on it real fast. So if you've been watching YouTube lately, you notice that a lot of YouTubers or YouTube channels are not uploading content. Now, to a degree, I feel like it's a little bit sleazy to just say, fuck that. I'm not getting no ads. I'm not releasing my content. But then again, I could kind of understand it because if you have a business based off the ad revenue, then you may need that money to keep your business going, and you can't just be giving away free stuff. So I kind of get that. That's like a store, and one day it goes, you know what, man, people don't want to pay, so I'm gonna just give everything away. And the next, you go out of business like that. So I get that to an extent, but however, I do kind of think that if you're doing YouTube for ad money, then you kind of not doing it right. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, some people make a good amount of money off YouTube ads, but I was thinking to myself like this, you should always want to build with your fans, build a rapport, and get to a point where you don't need YouTube or the YouTube ad money, because just think it close today, it could close tomorrow. Now, what's happening on YouTube is the YouTube viewership is so large right now that it's beating out things like cable vision providers and pretty much any media outlet that's seen through cable TV. And you used to have regular TV and you had cable TV, and then cable TV started to beat out regular TV and become the regular source of viewing content. Now the internet is the number one source. These apps, YouTube is an app, YouTube and Hulu and Netflix, all these places are becoming the number one sources of viewed content. So ad companies are realizing this, and these big media outlets want in. And with them wanting in, they get to dictate a little bit more, and YouTube wants to make deals with them. So what's happening now is companies are being picky. They could go, okay, you know what? I don't have to do this here. I could do this over there. If the 12 major brands decided to leave YouTube ads, right, and go do Vimeo or VidMe, those sites would blow up because now they have incentive to offer content creators. And YouTube knows that. So now YouTube has to play ball, and all the stuff is going on. Now, to my understanding, YouTube is going to fix this. It's supposed to be a 3-week process, so we should be seeing this end very soon. It's been about 2 weeks in. So a lot of people who are suffering and going through all of that ad money issues, y'all should be good soon. But at the end of the day, like I said, if you're doing YouTube for ad money, you're doing it wrong. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but I used to tweet out some stuff about YouTube and how you only get 1/10 of what you're supposed to make off an ad revenue click from YouTube. The rest goes to them. And then it's broken down into 40% for you. And just when you break down the numbers, you're not really getting what you're supposed to get anyway, based off the ads, when you break down the prices. So that being said, I mean, it's me as far as I'm concerned. I've been seeing some growth in my channel. Nowhere near like that, though. The money that I see people losing. But at the end of the day, yeah, for the new up-and-coming YouTubers looking to make a business off YouTube, yeah, it's going to definitely affect you. Definitely going to hurt you. But I feel like with Patreon and donations and things of that nature, live streams, and just the nature of the way the internet is now for content creators, you have to kind of adapt to that and just think of it that way. I'm struggling right now. Damn. I don't even tired. But anyway, I digress, man. That's my thoughts on that. As far as the Xbox 60, I said Xbox 360, the Xbox Scorpio 4K 60 games, that's good for business, man. At the end of the day, this is going to push these companies to go at it, man. And I want to see that. I want to see Sony feel under pressure, even though they sold more consoles, and feel like they have to come back with something great, because I feel like that hardware has not reached its limits yet, and I feel like they can pull some rabbits out of the hat, and I think they will, due to the fact that they're under this kind of pressure. Imagine Scorpio comes out, and the PS4 Pro says, hey, Days Gone 4K 60, even though I know it won't be 4K 60, but what if they say native 4K 30? Boom, because the type of nature of that game. Then they release a God of War 4K 60. Imagine that. Imagine The Last of Us 4K 60. Imagine they start hitting you with this stuff. So I'm waiting to see, man. I ain't gonna make this video too long because I'm just talking at this point to fluff it out, and there's no point in doing that. But I just wanted to give my thoughts real quick on the situation. Star Wars Battlefront confirmed to be 4K 60 on the Xbox Scorpio. 4K 60 on Pro, unknown at the moment, but we know it's going to be 60 FPS, of course, because this is how it's just been. They've been wanting to really push the 60 narrative, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's 4K 60 for the Pro as well. But we'll see, because Sony's probably just going to wait and let Xbox pout, and then just steal the thunder like they always do. And we'll be just sitting there like, oh, and then, of course, the console war is going to flame, and people are going to go back and forth. Oh, you thought you had 4K 60, we got it too, and da-da-da-da. So I'm sure that'll be the case with this game. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 4K native on the PS4 Pro as well. Worst case scenario is upscale 4K, you know, from 1800p. That's probably going to be the narrative for a lot of the games when they first start. You know, PlayStation's going to have that situation, and Xbox will be making fun of them for it, and that's just going to be how that's going to go. But anyway, I digress. Let me get out of here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about this. If there's any other topics I need to discuss, let me know as well, of course. I'm out of here. Peace. Have a good day, guys. Oh, yeah, before I go, if you didn't subscribe to my channel, please do so. Of course, if you did, hit the notification bell next to the subscription button if you didn't already. And if you could, please leave a like and let me know that you like the content. If not, it's cool. It's cool. Good. I'm out of here. Peace.